Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about HOMEWORX White Pine and Suede. Now, forgive me a little bit, you guys. This review I honestly should have done quite some time ago. However, this candle showed up on my doorstep from Slatkin & Co. This was sent to me in PR. Very thankful to them for always sending me PR when they choose to do that. However, this showed up on my doorstep only maybe a couple of days prior to this candle being offered on QVC as part of a big deal promotion. This candle, I just did check, is still available on the QVC website. It is available in a package deal. There are 2 hand soaps that are also in this same fragrance and this candle. As of the time that I'm filming this video this morning, I believe that the sale price was $44.98 for that. So let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance. I'm going to talk about the performance and let you guys know what I think about it. So this is one of their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessels. We've got the beautiful wraparound label that HOMEWORX is known for. You guys know I'm always a huge fan of their packaging. This one looks like it is part of some type of little special wintry, Christmassy, holiday type of collection that they are doing with QVC. I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video, you guys, just my observations about some things that HOMEWORX has been doing, but I'll save that for the end of this video. The specific pour date of this candle that I am reviewing is May 28th, 2025. Fragrance notes are listed as white pine, suede, Clary sage, and cedarwood. Now, Slatkin & Co. was kind enough to send not only this candle to me in PR, but they did send the matching hand soap to me. And I am going to tell you guys, if you are ever interested in the HOMEWORX hand soaps, I talked about it in my haul video over the weekend, and I've talked about it a couple of times. I actually really like their hand soap formula. It's kind of like a gel hand soap, and it does not dry out my hands. And I feel like you get a pretty decent amount for, for the packaging size. It's a pretty hefty size, and my family seems to enjoy the hand soaps as well. So if you're ever just asking me if I approve of the hand soaps, if I like them, yes, I do. I definitely give 2 thumbs up to them. Now, this candle, we've got to talk about a little bit here. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about the fragrance in and of itself. To my nose, you guys, what I am picking up on, this is not an overly pine needle type of fragrance. It's not an astringent tree fragrance. This to me definitely has more elements of the suede note in here. I don't really know how I feel about this suede note, if I can be honest with you guys. It's not leather. It's not, it's not like a super like leathery, intense fragrance. This is not an overly traditionally masculine fragrance, which I know a lot of people might think when they see that suede note in here. The suede in here is kind of lending some type of, how would I put it? The suede note in here, I think what I'm not liking is that it's also mixed with that Clary sage. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think that I really love sage in home fragrance. I'm noticing a pattern here. I've had a couple of fragrances that have sage listed as a fragrance note, and it's not my favorite, you guys. In fact, most of the candles that do have sage in them, I don't particularly love. And I feel like that is happening as well with this candle. So I think the herbaceousness and the suede note together, there is a little bit of cedarwood in here. To me, you guys, this fragrance doesn't lean too woodsy. Usually when I see a cedarwood note in candles, it can lean a little bit more earthy, woodsy, resinous. I'm not getting that note as much as what my nose is really detecting is the suede note mixed with the sage. And to me, it's a little bit too earthy for my liking, if I can be honest. The other thing that I'm having an issue with on this one is I feel like this one I would enjoy it a little bit more if this was paired with a fragrance that is like a very dominant tree note. I think that that's how this fragrance would work. But just on its own, I'm kind of having a hard time with it because it doesn't really seem to want to play nicely with a lot of other candles that I currently have in my collection. Like I said, I think that this one would be okay with some of the like tree scents that I have, like say Kringle's Snow-Capped Fraser. Maybe this might go nicely with HOMEWORX's White Birch. But I don't know, you guys, there's just something about this one. It's not really for me. I'm going to be honest. Now, the funny thing is I actually do like it in the hand soap format. And you guys know this is kind of a theme with me. Usually fragrances that I like in body care format, I don't like in home fragrance, and vice versa. Sometimes the things that I like in home fragrance, I don't always like in body care. So just putting that out there for you guys. I do like it in the hand soap format, but I'm just not loving it in candle format. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the performance on this. So you can see that I've actually had this one lit for about an hour now. It has pulled out okay at this point. I will tell you in the beginning, it did have some issues with pulling out. I did have to put it in a hurricane to kind of get that solid wax pull. Unlike a lot of other HOMEWORX candles with early 2025 pour dates, this candle for me, I am actually getting a little bit different experience with the wicks. They are not burning super hot and fast. They are a little bit more tame than some of the wicks that I have been having an experience with this year. But I will say that they're also not puny or dudding out on me either. So you are wanting to, I would say that you would want to trim the wicks after each burn, not because they develop a lot of excess residue, but they are the wicks that do want to fall over into the wax pool if you let this candle burn a little bit too long. Now, strength and throw on you guys, strength and throw on this one for you guys. There we go, words. Honestly, you guys, I'm filming this review and I'm feeling pretty tired. I think I'm hitting a wall, so I apologize for that. But strength and throw on this candle, you guys, it's pretty disappointing. I'm going to give this one at max a 5. Most of the performance on this one has been around a 3.5. This, honestly, the first time I lit it up, I couldn't even smell it in my closed concept bedroom. I was like, what on earth is going on? Second time I could smell it, but even then when I walked into the bedroom, it was not very noticeable. Definitely did not dominate that space. It has only been since it has gotten up to about a third of the way through the wax pool that I have even been able to detect it. But again, even at that point, you guys, I have to put it into a hurricane in order for it to get a strength of about a 5 in my closed concept bedroom. I haven't even attempted to burn it out in the open concept just because I know that the performance has not been that great in my bedroom. And also, again, I'm not in love with the fragrance, so it's not really one that I wanted to waste a whole lot of time experimenting with out in the open concept. So for this one, you guys, I'm just going to say maybe if this goes on a super, super deep discount, then I would go ahead and recommend it. If you have a really closed concept space, maybe this will perform for you in a hurricane. But the candle itself, you guys, I just really can't recommend. I'm just not getting great performance out of it. I don't love the fragrance on it. I actually plan to probably just finish hate burning this one out on my back porch just to be done with it. But I don't know, somebody might really enjoy this fragrance, and if that's you, then good job. But I will say the hand soap I do like. And so again, if this like bundle goes on like an extreme clearance over at QVC, I could see purchasing it just for the hand soap. And then I feel like the candle is just kind of a bonus to it. But I will say this, if the fragrance profile sounds like something that you would enjoy, I actually think this fragrance is not just really, like, this doesn't scream holiday to me. So besides the packaging looking extremely Christmas centric, if you wanted to just pull the label off and burn this like after the holidays, I think that this would still be a really nice winter fragrance. If it is in your fragrance profile. So those are my thoughts on this candle. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you have purchased this one, what your experience has been with it. I'd be curious to know. Please hit thumbs up if you found this review helpful. The other thing that I did want to say, you guys, is that I have noticed with HOMEWORX that a lot of their new releases seem to be coming the route of QVC. I do see that they have added some candles onto the Slatkin & Co. website as of recently. However, there's not really a whole lot of quote unquote brand new fragrances. There's a lot of like fragrances that have been around for a long time, which is great. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot of newness coming out on the Slatkin & Co. website. I feel like a lot of that is kind of being reserved for QVC. So it makes me a little bit curious to know like what's going on over there with the HOMEWORX marketing. Very interesting. But anyways, you guys can chime in down below if that's been your observation as well. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to head on out of here, probably go try to grab a quick nap before I've got to go pick up my children from school. But anyways, again, if you like this video, please hit thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.